Hello, hello. You'll see me in just a moment. Hey, good people. My name is Craig. Welcome to Qigong presented by Toiba Valley Qigong. Thanks for joining this practice. Using a little bit different setup. I'm using the camera on my tablet. So, for those who are not used to this setting, my apologies. Welcome to this class. For those who are new to this class, wondering what it's about, this is a Qigong class. It's a class based on the ancient Chinese health, wellness, energy practice that has been done for thousands of years. And the practice generally consists of gentle movements, meditation, moving meditation, breathing, syncing the movement with the breath. And it's just a great way, or a way, to help us connect with ourselves, to listen to ourselves, to take time for healing, for listening, bring our awareness into our body, shifting away from the stress response, from thinking, into just being, into allowing. So thank you again for checking out this practice. Always appreciate those who are watching, whether you're watching live or watching at another time. It's good to have you here. It's good to connect in this way. I will start the practice in, let's say, a minute or 2 minutes. I'll give it additional information on what will happen for the practice and what you can do. Again, this is your practice. I'll be doing this practice, let's say 55 minutes, but take this time to listen to yourself. I'll be doing this as a standing practice, but you can do it as a seated practice, laying down. Take this time to listen to yourself, modify the movements. We all have different bodies, capacities, abilities, injury histories. Take time to listen to yourself and accommodate yourself. We can use this practice to listen to ourselves and learn when we need to take a break. If we find ourselves, you know what, this is too much. Let's sit down. Let's pause. So, thanks again. This is your practice. We're going to start this practice in 10 seconds. I'll just move back so you can see my feet. And we will let this happen. We will start the practice by doing what is called aligning the three treasures. The three treasures are body, breath, and mind. The reason we align the three treasures is just to help us ground, bring awareness to our current situation, to ourselves, and just check in and to get the most out of our practice. So let's begin. Let's start with aligning the three treasures. The first treasure being the body. If you'd like, for those who are standing, you can bring both feet together and just noticing how that feels. Noticing how the feet are connected to the ground, how they even sink into the ground, and sensing that, noticing that. And just want to let you know, as we're doing this practice, I'll be mirroring you. So when I say lift your left hand, it'll be your left hand, lift your right hand, it'll be your right hand. So again, let's check back in with our feet, just noticing, bring our attention and our awareness there. Just noticing how the weight is distributed in the feet, how the feet are flat on the ground. And let's take this time to take an inhale, shift the weight into the right foot, exhale, step out with the left foot. Feet can be shoulder width apart, they are parallel. I'll center myself a little more in the middle of the screen, and just noticing how that feels. Qigong is about listening, noticing, bringing awareness to the present moment, to what's happening either here or internally. So let's begin aligning the rest of the body. So again, noticing the feet flat on the ground, weight distributed equally. Let's shift and bring our attention to the knees. Knees are nice and soft. You can gently have the knees unlocked, slight bend in the knees. Let's check in with the pelvis. So the pubic bone tilted up, which allows for the tailbone, the sacrum, to be pointed downwards. Let's check in with the chest. Chest is soft. Let's check in with the arms. Arms are relaxed down by the side. Fingers can be spread apart. Palms can be turned towards the body. I'm just noticing that. And let's check in with the shoulders and the neck, taking this time as an opportunity to do any gestures that help release tension in these areas. I'm going to do 3 shoulder shrugs and a couple of neck rotations in 2 different directions. So let's take this time, if you'd like to follow along, doing some shoulder shrugs. I'm going to inhale and shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, allow them to drop and release. I'll let out a sigh. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, release. One more time, your own pace and speed. Alright. And just checking in with the shoulders. And now let's transition into releasing tension from the neck, not already. And let's begin. We'll allow the chin to strap down to the chest. And we will rotate the neck, just being kind and gentle. You can let the nose lead the movement. I normally can do 2 rotations in one direction and then reverse it. I'm all set with the neck rotations. I'm just going to bring my head back over spine. Just notice it. And let's finish aligning the body and checking in with the head. Just noticing. Noticing your jaw, your brow, cheeks, top of your head. Just bring your awareness to there. Noticing what you feel. No worries, you don't feel anything. Just bring your attention to the present moment. Allows us to shift from stress and from thinking. And noticing the brow, see if you can soften the brow, unclench the jaw, soften the jaw. Checking in with the mouth. Mouth can be in the form of a smile that tends to release good chemicals in the body. Checking in with the roof of the mouth. You can bring your tongue to connect with the roof of the mouth. You can rest it there, and you can also have the tip of the tongue touching the back of the 2 front teeth. And lastly, let's just check in with the top of the head. And let's just imagine that there's a string that comes down from the top of the head, connects to the top of the head. Pulls us upright. Yet we are soft and settled and grounded. Let's transition into aligning the breath. In this Qigong practice, we do what is called Dantian breathing. Dantian refers to the energy fields, the 3 energy reservoirs that we have in our body, but we'll be focusing on the lower Dantian, the reservoir of energy in our abdomen. And Dantian breathing, also known as diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing, just helps us shift away from a stress response into a relaxation response, because it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. So let's take our time. If you like, and follow along. I'll bring the left hand to the abdomen, and as we take a deep breath and inhale, as the lungs fill the air, the abdomen expands, and as we exhale, abdomen softens, lungs empty. You can do that again. Inhale. Lungs fill, abdomen expands, navel moves away from the spine. Exhale. Abdomen softens, lungs empty. And we can do this type of breathing all throughout the practice, but do what feels good for you. This is your practice. You're dealing with your own body. You know what you need. You know what works for you, or you can explore that. But take time to listen to yourself and trust your body's intuition. The other suggestions I have for breathing is, if you can, breathing through your nose is preferred, but if you're congested, breathing through your mouth is okay. And lastly, we have several movements that involve exhalations or syncing the movement with exhaling the breath. If you can, it helps. Or, as a suggestion, it can help to extend the exhale, and that seems to bring up more of a relaxation response. Lastly, we're going to align the mind. Let's set an intention for this practice to be here, to notice what's happening in this present moment. So let's set an intention. We can bring our hands together. Prayer hands have the thumbs and the bottom of the palms resting on the chest. Let's set an intention for ourselves to engage in a practice that allows us to be present, to orient to the now. So set an intention for yourself to come back. If you find yourself thinking, your mind wandering, coming back to the present moment, noticing what's happening in your body, what's happening in your surroundings, or just checking in with my voice, or what's happening internally. And let's begin this practice. Let's start off with full body breathing. So with our arms relaxed down by our side, let's begin. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky. Exhale the hands down by the side. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Notice what you feel. Modifying the movement to your liking for your well-being. Going at your own pace. Let's do one more repetition in this direction. So inhaling the hands back up towards the sky. Exhaling the hands, palms turned down, flowing down towards the ground. And now we're going to reverse the movement. We're now going to inhale the hands up by the side. And when the hands make it overhead, turn the palms down, exhaling the hands down from the body. Inhale. Exhale. Noticing where your awareness is, what you're feeling, what are you noticing. Let's do 2 more repetitions. Allowing the hands to flow up towards the sky. Letting the hands assisted by gravity. On the exhale, move towards the ground. This is my final repetition, so allow the hands to flow down. And we're going to bring the hands to in front of the abdomen, dantian, lower dantian. Palms are turned up, fingers are turned towards each other, a little space in between. Just noticing how that feels. We're going to begin our next movement right now. We're going to inhale, hands draw up in front of the body to heart height, turning the palms over, exhaling, allowing the hands to flow down. We start the movement, the hands make it to waist height, inhale, the hands back up. Exhale, allowing the hands to flow down. So you can imagine that your feet are connected to the ground. You can imagine that your feet have roots and they extend deep into the earth. So when you're inhaling the hands up, you're taking in earth energy up through those roots. And as you're exhaling, you're allowing the hands to just flow that energy back into the ground. Noticing what feels good for you, what works for you, your movement, your practice. Do one more repetition. As you find your hands flowing down, we're going to transition to the next movement by inhaling the hands back up to heart height. We're going to bring our hands together with the fingers pointing up. Imagine that we have a ball between the palms of each hand. We're just holding that ball, we're connecting with that, seeing how that feels. And now we're going to extend our hands out, palms facing each other. And we're going to begin the next movement, which is a heart opening movement. We're going to inhale, allow the hands to open up. Out to the sides, we can look up, feel the stretch in the chest. Exhale, looking forward, bring the hands back together, close together and not touching. Restarting the movement, inhale, open up, look up, feel that stretch. Exhale, looking forward, bring the hands back close together. Noticing what you feel, how you feel, doing this movement again, altering, modifying, in any way that serves you. Suggestions for this movement is allowing the hands to flow, to follow the arms. Let's do 2 more repetitions. This will be my final repetition. So with the hands extended, slight bend in the elbows, palms facing each other, we're going to transition to the next movement, to flowing motion. But before we get into that, we're going to turn the palms so they're facing towards ourselves, towards the chests, fingers point towards each other. We're going to inhale, draw in the hands towards the chest. We're not going to allow it to touch the body. We're going to exhale, allow the hands to flow down, tracing over the body. When the hands reach around waist level, we're going to swirl the palms around. And now we're going to inhale, Allow the hands to drop to shoulder height. Turn the palms over, exhale, allow the hands to flow down. Then you can flow past the body, flow past the legs. Turn the palms back up, inhale. Exhale, allow the hands to flow down. There are many variations to this movement. And they all have different degrees of accessibility. Do what feels good to you. You can try them. And this is a practice. So let's start with the variation of shifting the weight underneath the feet. So on the exhale, we're going to shift the weight from the bottom of the feet to the back of the foot, the heels, while keeping the feet planted on the ground. And on the inhale, as we inhale the hands up, we're going to shift the weight to the front of the foot. So it's more on the ball of each foot. Exhale, shifting the weight. More on the heels, and the feet, again, are planted the entire time. It's like giving the bottom of the feet a foot massage. Just noticing how that feels. Another variation is making this a balance practice. So as you inhale the hands up, we can rise up onto the toes, lifting the heels. And on the exhale, we can lower the heels down, lift up the toes, shift the weight into the heel. So on the inhale, rise up to the ball of each foot, lifting the heels. Exhale, lift up the toes, shift the weight into the heels. No worries if you stumble. And do what, again, feels good for yourself. Another variation involves bringing the feet together. So on the inhale, I'm going to bring the left foot to the right foot. On the exhale, left steps away from right. Now I'm going to alternate. Inhale, right foot to left foot. Exhale, right steps away from left. This position, when I bring the left over, it has been posting. Most of the weight is in the foot that's not moving. And this movement has its own variations. Maybe you want to make this more of a balance practice. So on the inhale of the right foot, can lift it up. Exhale, lower it back down, and then we can do the other foot, lift the left leg up. Exhale, allow the leg to flow down. I'll do 2 more repetitions, and I'll just post the foot. If you hear noise in the background, I do happen to live by a busy street, so my apologies. We're going to transition into shaking Qigong. So we can actually start just checking in with our feet again, noticing, bring our awareness into our feet, and we can begin just bouncing. Notice how our feet connect with the earth, letting that shaking move into our body. And we can do light shaking, where we just shake the hands. Or you can do more high intensity shaking, where you could be pumping the heels or jumping up and down. It's really whatever you feel serves you in this moment. And we'll take some time to do what's called blithering breaths. For those who are new to this practice, it's just a way of releasing stress audibly, vocally. And to do it, what we do is taking an inhale, taking a deep breath, inhale. Now the exhale, we'll let out a noise that feels good for you. Or it could be a yawn, a sigh. You can follow along if you like. I'm going to do 3 blithering breaths. So anytime I say inhale, we're taking a deep breath together. On the exhale, just let out a noise that feels good for us. So let's begin. Inhale. Let's do number 2. Inhale. Last one. Let's take in the last deep breath. Inhale. All right. Let's finish off this shaking practice. We've got a shaking Qigong routine, so let's bring the hands out. Reaching out to the horizon, noticing how that feels. Let's bring the hands overhead. Bring the hands out in front of the body. Let's bring the hands behind the body. You can bring the hands so they're pointed towards the earth. And if you like, if you feel more comfortable, you can bend down a little bit. Get closer to the ground. Let's bring this shaking practice to a close in about 30 seconds. So if you'd like, you can engage in any type of movement that feels good. Side to side, high vibration shake. Whatever feels good for you. We're going to take this time to begin to slow that down. Bring the shaking to become lighter and gentler. And if you're able, see how it feels to come to stillness. If stillness is too much, swaying is a good alternative. Swaying and rocking on the bottom of the feet. I'll just come to stillness. And if you're able, noticing what's happening inside. If that's too much, noticing your environment. Noticing what you see. Noticing what you hear. Noticing what you're touching. Whatever allows you to be in this present moment. If you're able to be with internal sensations, noticing your energy, noticing tingling, noticing what you feel from that shaking experience. If you like, you can bring your hands to any part of your body. I preferably like to bring one hand, left hand to the abdomen, right hand to the heart, checking in with our heart, our breath, just noticing how they feel. These are also energy centers, the lower, middle, dantian. just allow my hands to just flow off the body. Relax down by the sides. And we're going to transition to the second half of our practice. We'll do some we'll do some tapping, some flowing movements, and a standing meditation. So let's begin with some tapping. We can do light tapping. I know a tapping can bring up stuff. So if tapping does not necessarily work with you, massaging, you can use massaging. So let's say we're going to start off with tapping the chest. You can alternatively use just massaging, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to start off with tapping chest. I'm going to move this tapping energy down each arm. And we'll start with the right arm. So we'll extend the right hand up with the left hand tapping. We'll start up the neck and shoulders, tapping down the inner arm and tapping up the outer arm. We'll do this 2 more times. Tapping down, inner arm, tapping up the outer arm. One last time for a total of 3 times. And we'll bring up the right hand as it taps chest. We'll start it up from the neck, shoulders going down, the inner left arm, going up, outer, and doing this 2 more times. And we can just allow the hands to just flow down, just noticing how that feels. And let's bring that tapping energy to our lower back, and then we're going to move that into our legs. So let's begin. We'll make soft fists again. And as I mentioned before, tapping is not necessarily easy for you or something that you prefer. You can make this a massage and involve patting and moving the hands around applied to the body. So let's make soft fists. I'll just tap the kidneys, the lower back. What we can do is go all the way down the lower back, the lower legs, back of the legs, tapping down, tapping the top of the foot, tapping up the inner legs, bring the hands back to the lower back. We're going to do this 2 more times, tapping down the back of the legs, tapping the inner legs. One last time. Now I'll do 1 more repetition. Alright. And that's what we'll do for this particular class's tapping session. Hope that worked out for you. Let's transition into some movements. A favorite of mine and one that's found in a lot of Qigong practices is knocking on the door of life, also known as knocking on the temple gong, knocking on the temple bell. So we'll begin with our arms relaxed down by the sides. And we're going to begin turning at the waist and the hips. Just allow the arms to just flow, following the movement. And then you can allow the hands to tap the body. Front hand taps lower abdomen, back hand taps lower back. Again, the waist, the hips lead the movement. If you'd like, you can connect to tapping other parts of the body, I'll just begin connecting to the 3 Dantian centers with the front hand. So I'll just begin tapping the lower Dantian, gentle tap. Again, you are always welcome to follow up or do what feels good to you. I'll transition that front hand to the heart, middle Dantian. And transition to the head, tapping third eye, the upper Dantian. And then I'll reverse the progression, bring the hand back to the heart, and bring the hand to the lower Dantian. Then allow the hands to just flow off the body. And we will return to center and just checking in, noticing what we feel, how we feel. That exercise, that gesture is really a good warm up for the spine. And again, checking in with the Dantian centers. We'll do another interesting movement. We'll just bring up the hands. Someone has said like cactus arms, with the elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. And we will turn at the waist, turn to the right side. And if you're able, looking a little bit over to the back, return, inhale to center, exhale, turn to the other side, right, left side. This is twist and flow. And just turn in a way that's comfortable for you, not engaging in strain. If you're looking for a breathing pattern, you can inhale back to center, exhale, turn. If there's too much on your shoulders, you can just allow the hands to flow down. Palms facing towards the ground, just turning. Just noticing how that feels in your body. Keeping the feet flat on the ground, but you can lift the heel as you're turning in one direction, lifting up the other heel. Do this 2 more times. In each direction. Then return to center. Allow the hands to slow down. Shoulders drop down. Checking in with the feet, noticing how they're connected to the ground. Checking in with your hands, noticing what you feel. No worries if you don't feel anything. Again, we're just coming back to that present moment. Coming back to that intention that we set early in class. We'll transition to another exercise. We'll transition into Kuan Yin draws a rainbow. And we'll begin with the hands slightly out in front of the waist, the abdomen area. And what we're going to do, we're going to turn the right hand palm up. We're going to inhale up. Exhale. Other palm draw down. Inhale. As it comes up, we're going to lift both hands up to shoulder height. Exhale. We're going to turn both palms down. And now we're going to turn the left hand palm up. Inhale up. And the left hand is the only hand that moves. Exhale. Reach the back. Inhale. Draw the hand up to the front. Both hands inhale to shoulder height. Turn left hand over. Both palms flow down to the waist. And now we're going to turn back up the right hand. Inhale. Exhale. hands up, shoulder height. Exhale, both palms flow down, waist height. Now turn the left hand up. Inhale, draw left hand up and around. Circle it back to the front. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale out, flow down. Return to the right hand. We're going to do 2 more passes, 1 more pass for each hand. Alright, and when you're all set, just lie on both hands. Just flow all the way down, returning to their respective sides, relaxed. And just noticing what you feel. We're going to transition to another movement. We're going to transition to ocean. And we will do it. We have, if you're able, bring out the left leg out. But you can keep them parallel, or if you're seated, they're already parallel. Do what feels comfortable for you. This is your practice. Qigong is about accessibility and listening to yourself so you can heal, you can feel good. So, for those who are standing, if you'd like to, we can have one foot, the right foot extended a little bit more to the front, back foot, left foot extended to the back, like you're on railroad tracks. And what we're going to do is shift forward and backward. And we're just going to notice how that feels. Shifting forward and back. Or remaining upright. Imagine that you're on a conveyor belt. And when we're shifted back into the left foot, the back foot, we're going to bring the hands up to either heart height, shoulder height, whatever feels comfortable for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to exhale, press the hands out, shifting forward onto the right foot. Then inhale, drawing the hands back in towards the body, shifting towards the left foot. So exhale, press out, inhale, draw the hands in. This gesture is just imagining that you're on a beach and you are flowing with the waves. Or you could be holding a beach ball in your hand. Imagine that. Connect with that. As always, the intention is to be here. Be with the flow. Modifying the movement so it can serve and work for yourself. Let's do 2 more repetitions from this side, then we will switch the positions of the feet. This is my last repetition on this side. Inhale the hands in. Good. Exhale, allow the hands to trace down the torso. We can draw the right foot back in so the feet are parallel, and now we're going to do this with the left foot extended out. So left foot will now be the front foot, the right foot will be the back foot, and you can begin shifting forward and back. That in itself is its own practice, noticing how the weight feels as you shift from one foot to the other. Bring attention to that, bring awareness to that. Yet remaining upright, you don't want to have too much of a lean. And when you're set, bring your hands up, starting from the right foot. Exhale, press out. Inhale, draw the hands back in. Exhale, press out, shift forward. Inhale, draw the hands back in, shifting back. Again, just imagine that you're on a beach, flowing with water. Going at your own pace. How does this feel? How does it feel to flow like this? We're going to do 2 more repetitions. As I bring the hands in towards the body, I'm going to step in the left foot. Exhale, allow the hands to just trace and flow down the torso. Just noticing how that feels. Let's do some separating clouds. Favorite gesture, simple gesture. And I'll include some of the variations. So, we can start with the hands just relaxed, facing the body. What we're going to do is cross the hands over, and we're going to inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale the hands out. So you can start off with this simple movement. Inhale, cross the hands over, draw the hands up. Exhale. Hands out, hands flow down. If you like, you can add some sinking on the exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Not locking the knees. Exhale, sink. If you would like, you can make this movement larger or expand it. Add a little bit more bending. A little bit opening to the sky. Taking in a little bit more of the earth. Just noticing how that feels. I know it's not always accessible. So take time to take care of yourself, listen to yourself. Another variation involves making this more of a balance practice where we lift up the leg. So if you're able, lifting up the left leg. It's a balance practice for me too. Lifting up the right leg. This is more of a crane exercise now. If you do this practice, you're definitely a little bit more present. Balancing takes a little bit more effort and concentration. But again, understand that this might not be accessible for everyone, so just keeping the feet planted, or if you're just seated. So just inhale the hands up, exhale the hands out. It's a great way to relax and stimulate that parasympathetic nerve. So we're going to do this for 2 more repetitions. All right. Just noticing how that feels. Got about 10 minutes left for class. Just trying to figure out the breakdown for the rest of the movements. Want to make sure that there's time to do 3 minute standing meditation. But let's transition to our next practice. I'll take one from the 8 Bouquets, simple practice. It's called punching with an angry gaze. So, like, add a slight bend in the knees, bring the hands into soft fists by the waist, and we're just going to take time to punch with an angry gaze. We'll keep it simple. So, we'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, extend our right hand and imagine punching out. Inhale, draw that hand in. Now, we'll exhale, extend the left hand out. Inhale, draw the hand in. Exhale, extend the right hand. Inhale, draw the hand in. Exhale, extend the hand out. Inhale, draw the hand in. As you exhale, you can let out the sound like a inhale. Fill the lungs there. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last bit. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 2 more repetitions, 1 more for each hand. Inhale. All right. Good. Return to standing, soft, relaxed posture. And again, just noticing how you feel. We're going to transition to another gesture, another bird gesture, eagle flying. Involves turning at the waist and lifting the arms up. And again, modify the movement to listen to yourself, to connect with yourself, your capacity, or any limitations you may have. Realize it's not the easiest move to do on a chair, so you can modify it just to extend the hands out. So what we'll be doing is we're going to turn towards the right and inhaling both hands up, shoulder height. Exhale, allow the hands to flow down. Turn towards the left. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, hands flow down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands up. Exhale. Just being gentle, flowing. Doing this movement not to elicit strain, but to just imagine that you're a bird, you're an eagle, flowing, flying through the sky. We're going to do this 2 more times. 1 more pass for each side. And as I turn towards the right side, that will be the last pass. Noticing how that feels. We'll do another crossing gesture. We're going to cross our arms in front of the body, but instead of raising the hands over the head, we'll just inhale, allow the hands just cross up in front of the chest. Exhale, hands press down, flow down by the side. So a simple movement. Inhale, cross the hands in front of the chest. Exhale, turn the palms out, flow down, press down. This is more of a protection movement, so inhale. Exhale. Do this 2 more times. All right. Noticing how that feels. We'll do 2 more gestures. We'll do 1 more gesture, flowing movement, and then we'll move into standing meditation, seeing that we've got about 5 minutes left for class. So the last gesture I'll do is moon over the water. You can just imagine or actually moon over the lake. Moon over the water, moon over the lake. Let's bring our hands up to about waist height. We're going to turn our palms down. And what we're going to do is practice shifting left to right. Palms facing down. And noticing how you feel. And now we're going to begin shifting weight to right side. Trying up the hands, circling it over, flowing it down to the left side. So as you're circling your hands, you're shifting the weight in your feet to follow the movement. You can go at your own pace and speed. You can slow down. You can speed up. Just imagine that you have moonlight in your hands. It's flowing over the water or a lake. And we're going to reverse the movement in just a moment. So when you find yourself circling your hand over to the left, we're just going to reverse that. Draw the hands up, circle over to the right. Noticing what you feel. Noticing how you feel. Let's do 2 more circles. And we'll end, we find both hands shifting to the left side, allowing them to flow down. And just notice. Checking in with your feet, checking in with your arms, your shoulders, your joints. If you're able, checking in with your breath, checking in with your heartbeat, your spine, your energy, and just noticing what you feel. We're going to do a standing meditation for 2 more minutes, and then we'll conclude the class. So thanks again for participating. Hope this class served you and health and wellness. Let's do a standing meditation to help us get grounded before we end this class, this practice. So what we're going to do is we're going to transition into embrace the tree, hug a tree. So with our arms relaxed by our side, we're going to allow the hands to be drawn up, about shoulder height, chest height. Turn the fingers so they're facing each other. Slight bend in your arms if you're, again, hugging, embracing a tree. Slight bend in the knees. Allow the shoulders to drop. We're going to hold this position for about 2 minutes. At any point there's too much strain, too much intensity, you can drop your hands down or drop your hands all the way down and allow them to float back up. But if you're able, see if you can hold this position for 2 minutes. No worries if you're not able to. It's just a practice. So it's an opportunity to notice your energy. Bring your awareness to the present moment, to your connection to the ground, connection to the sky, and all that is around. Noticing your breath if you're able. Or just checking into your senses. Got 1 more minute to go. Just noticing. Noticing what you're thinking. Notice if you're thinking. Brains are good at thinking. Just bring your awareness back to now. You're almost set. And what you can do is turn the palms facing the ground, allow the hands to just flow down. We're going to close this practice. We're going to return to that starting position. So, our hands relaxed by our side. We're going to turn the palms. So, turn up, inhale towards the sky. We're going to bring our left foot to our right foot. And as our hands make it overhead, we're going to turn our palms so they turn towards us. Exhale, allow the hands to draw down from the body. And take in whatever you need from the practice. We'll do that 2 more times without moving the legs. So, palms turns up. Inhale, hands towards the sky. As the hands make it overhead, you can exhale, draw down on the hands. Allow the hands to shower you with energy, with support, anything you need from this practice. And to completely close this class, this time I will not be marrying you. So I'm going to take my right hand, bring it up to about chest height in the form of a soft fist. And this is going to represent yang energy. It's going to represent the daylight, the sun. And now we're going to transition and bring up my own left hand, your left hand. And this is going to represent yin energy. The nighttime, the earth and moon. And let's bring both hands together, left over right. Bring it to the center. Let's take this time to bow to ourselves for engaging in this energy, wellness, healthcare, self-care practice. And I want to thank all those who are participating, holding this space, connecting to this practice. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be your facilitator and for all the support I received in teaching and learning this Qigong practice. So thank you. Thank you for watching, participating, and taking care of yourself. Till next time, take care, be well, and live well. Thank you.